Okay, I was surfing the internet the other day, looking for Ken Ham, actually, the guy that set up the Creation Museum, and I stumbled across a website called Charity Navigator. It was quite an interesting website. You could actually see any charities registered in North America, and you could look through and look at their finances and see how much the CEOs were making. Ken Ham was making something like $170,000 a year, which I thought he's doing all right. And then I started hunting around and thinking, what's the most that some of these, CEOs of charities are making? And I stumbled across Peter Popoff, who was making more in excess of $600,000 a year, and not only that, he was paying himself and his members of his family over $1 million in total, $1 million a year, running a charity, which running a church, in fact, a ministry. That seemed a little bit excessive to me, and that's just what he's declared. Who knows what he's doing with charity assets that he's using on the side? But I wouldn't like to speculate. Anyway, the name Peter Popoff rung a bell, and I was thinking to myself, I've heard that name before. So I googled it, and I came across his website, Peter Popoff Ministries, and I recognised the face, and I'd seen him on the TV, and it started to come together. I'd seen him on the TV peddling miracle spring water. So he's trying to get people to use his miracle spring water, which has healing abilities. And I saw him doing his healing stuff. And then it also occurred to me that this is the same Peter Popoff that I'd seen on YouTube a couple of months previously, from back in the 80s, when he'd been debunked by James Randi, or the amazing Randy, who's a skeptic who goes around debunking fakes and con artists. And he had actually been, he declared himself bankrupt. Peter Popoff declared himself bankrupt in the 80s after James Randi had exposed him using radio transmissions from his wife during his church, televangelist kind of meetings, where he'd claimed to heal people. So his wife is, Peter, there's a woman in the front row who's got a really bad osteoporosis. She's stirred from the left. Her name is Norma. Go and heal her, whatever. And there's like these radio transmissions. So, and it's the same guy. He's back in business. He's making for him and his family. He's making over $1 million a year as the head of a ministry that peddles miracle water. United States of America, land of the free. You've got to love it. Free enterprise, religion and enterprise going hand in hand. What a wonderful place to live.
You see, it's not the water that releases the power. It's your obedience to the instructions of the prophet of God. Call right today. Let me tell you how to use the miracle spring water. I believe that God will heal every area of your life. Your body, your family, and your finances.